Hey, my friends, how you doing? Hey, are you in your 40s, 50s, maybe in 60s, and you're not losing weight fast enough? This video is for you. All right, so I've seen this before, right? I get people saying, hey, I tried keto, I tried carnivore, I'm not losing weight fast enough. Listen, relax, take a step back. You got this, all right? So first of all, if you were like I was in my 40s, you didn't get overweight overnight, right? You didn't get sick overnight. It took years, dare I say decades, to get to that point, right? Right? So listen, you're not going to fix it in a day, a week, even a month, right? Now, some people, they will hop on keto or carnivore or some version of that low carb, and yeah, they'll start dropping instantly, right? I had some fairly quick success, but not everybody's like that. Sometimes it takes a while, right? So again, it took probably decades to get to this point where you're at. Be patient. So here's 3 tips to help you if you fall into this situation. We'll start with tip number 1. So tip number 1 is, are you eating enough fat? Yes, I know that sounds crazy to a lot of people, but listen, especially if you're carnivore, right? So when you're on a keto or carnivore style diet, right, your body needs that fat for energy, for fuel, to burn. So make sure you're getting enough fat. Some people will eat just like a lot of chicken or a lot of lean protein. Your body's not getting enough fat to burn. So that may be one reason you're not losing weight as quickly as you would like. So that's tip number 1. Now, moving on to tip number 2. So tip number 2 has to do with sleep, right? Are you getting enough sleep? Believe it or not, that has a huge impact on your ability to lose weight. I myself for many years struggled with sleep, partially due to some sleep apnea years ago, which I no longer have due to this lifestyle. But just stress, staying up at night, maybe looking at my phone too late at night, just for a multitude of reasons, just, wasn't getting the proper sleep. If you're having trouble sleeping, I might suggest a magnesium supplement before bed. I personally take one. But again, that's tip number 2. If you're not losing weight, try to get your sleep in check. That has a big impact. Now, moving on to tip number 3. So tip number 3, in my opinion, is probably the most critical in this situation and from experience. So, and that tip is why you might not be losing weight as fast as you like is stress, right? Stress is a killer. I've said it again, or I've said it before, I'll say it again, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. Stress, especially if it's uncontrolled, will wreak havoc on your health, right, and your body. So, a funny little story around this topic. So, I have a very stressful job. It's and I don't complain about that. It's my choice, but a lot of stress comes with my job. Like many of you probably, right? We have job stresses, family stresses, all those type of things. So, last week, my wife and I went to Florida. By the time this post will be several weeks, but recently, my wife and I went to Florida for a Navy reunion. Down in the Orlando area, and we're there 5 days. And so I ate a ton, although I stayed animal-based, right? Ate a ton of eggs, burgers, chicken wings, steak, right? I did not diet, right? I basically ate like I do here at home, right? It's just an animal-based diet, and I eat until I'm full. So that part didn't change. I still trained, although the method of training changed significantly, right? Here at home, I train in the weight room 4 days a week. Down there, did a little bit of weights. The hotel had a decent gym, but majority of my training was, in the water or walking or things like that. But again, still training, Not, you know, so that really wasn't a huge factor. But what's interesting is while I was in Florida, I lost weight. I ate until I was full, right? I still trained. All that was pretty comparable. The one difference was I had no stress, right? It was 97 and sunny. I was with other veterans. I was with my wife. You know, we had fun, a lot of laughing, a lot of just hanging out, just no stresses, not a worry in the world. I lost weight, and I could visibly see it, right? I could see it in my midsection, my shirt off. I could see it, my face was sunken in a little more. It was great. Now, fast forward, I fly home, come home, it's 52 and rainy. That's a pain, but besides that point, I'm back into my normal routine, right? With work and family, and just the normal stresses that I experience. And I was on a Teams meeting, you know, video meeting yesterday, and I'm looking at myself. I'm like, holy cow, I look like a whale. My freaking face was swollen. I noticed my abs really aren't as visible, right? I have physically, just a few days being home, have gained weight. And it's simply due to stress, right? Not eating different, not training different than normal, but and has let my stress control me a little too much, right? Because there's ways to deal with stress, and you know, I think I've done a video on that before, but I can do another one. But so stress can affect how you're losing weight or how you're not losing weight in this case. So, hey, that's my 3 tips for you. I hope it helps. Please let me know by leaving a comment in the section. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe, hit the notify, and hit the thumbs up. Let's work together to spread the word of better health. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it more than you know. And yeah, that's it. Have a great rest of the day. Take care. Talk to you next time.